Hello, my name is Bernard Trottier, Member of Parliament for Etobicoke Lakeshore, and welcome to In the Hot Seat, the video companion to the Lakeshore Link. It's great to be here in Etobicoke Lakeshore. Had the opportunity to spend most of the summer here with constituents and stakeholders, and most importantly, my family. And it's kids are back at school now, including my own kids. And for students, especially post-secondary students, want to make sure you have a good back to school. Make sure that you also hang on to your receipts to take advantage of the many the tax benefits of being a student, such as the tuition tax credit as well as the textbook tax credit. This is my opportunity to answer some questions you've had. And recently, Syria has been in the news a lot. I've had many emails and phone calls. People are very concerned about the situation in Syria. Some of our constituents here in Etobicoke Lakeshore have family and relatives and friends in that part of the world, and I'm very worried. Let me say up front that Canada will not be taking part in any military intervention there. But we have been committed to supporting the neighboring countries with refugee crises in particular. Since January of 2012, we've committed over $200 million to help with refugee placement and settlement services in those countries, including receiving refugees into Canada. Just last week, the Prime Minister announced an additional $45 million in support for refugees in neighboring countries. And this is over and above some of the longer-term development efforts that we've been making, some projects that we've been implementing in places like Lebanon and Jordan to help with the long-term infrastructure, which has been particularly stressed by the situation there. So over and above the humanitarian crisis, we want to work towards a longer-term solution for that whole troubled region. Back here in Etobicoke Lakeshore, as I mentioned, it's been a real delight to meet with stakeholders and community groups throughout the summer. I want to thank especially those people who came to the barbecue last night. I held a community appreciation barbecue. It gives people the opportunity to talk about local issues, and also just an opportunity for me to thank you by providing some good food and some good music. So looking forward to a new throne speech coming up. We're going to, as planned and as previously announced, we'll be having a new throne speech, and which allows us to really reset the legislative agenda. It's important that the legislative docket be coherent and cleaned up, and we want to make sure that that legislation is really tailored to the new needs of Canada. So that's what we'll be doing in the coming weeks. More news on what the legislative agenda will be looking like. But it'll all be covered by the umbrella of the throne speech. And then hopefully that'll take us through until the election in 2015. So once again, please keep sending in your questions. I hope to keep answering them either through direct correspondence or through the In the Hot Seat segment. Have a great day.